Well, I don't know. I mean, well, you know, I'm not worried about where we play. Obviously, we'd like to, and that's our goal. And we'll see. That we'll have to have some cooperation from some other teams. So when it's not in your hand, it's not always a thing to worry about. What we got to worry about is play well, and we're taking some steps. And that I think the standings will take care of themselves. Obviously, I will look and act like I'm not worried about it. Yeah, I'm worried about it. But we just got to keep progressing as a team.
And do you like what you see?
Yeah, I like it a lot better. I thought the Portland game, our defense, we got bad. There's just a lot of good things, and I'm hoping that Denver was just just a thing that happened because we're tired. But 5 pretty good games, 6 games pretty good. So we'll see. And this week's a good week for us. We'll see where we are.
With that whole standings thing, I mean, obviously it's always a variable, but where do you rank it with all the other things that kind of determine?
Well, no,
the ultimate prize, health, and
it doesn't. Every season's different and every team's different, so you can't say, well, that's never been done or whatever. Well, we've never had this team before, so nothing is out of the realm of possibilities if you're playing well at the right moment, and that's what we can control, and that's what we have to do. I think it's fun to sit around and look at standings and fantasize and watch games and yell at other teams, but we can't control that, so that's not that's not something we have to worry about too much.
How much does Steve Blake? How much does Steve Blake participate in what you're doing at all?
He's way to go, guys. That's where he is right now. No, he needs a couple more weeks. Well, no, he knows. Yes, he knows how to play. I'm not worried about him stepping back in and playing. He's going to have to go through a process of getting himself back in shape and ready, and that's still a few weeks off.
But as far as offense,
he knows. No, he knows. It'll take 2 seconds for him.
Has Jameson come to you and asked why he hasn't played?
Jameson, and again, he's the most professional, nicest guy, and good. And like I told you guys before, he didn't do anything to get out of the rotation. I just went a little different way. I thought Meta would give us a little toughness in defense that, he has his role. We talk all the time and how you're doing, what's going on, anything bothering, all that. And I know y'all have y'all's job to do. But if you go to a player after he doesn't play in a game, he's going to be upset. And stuff comes out, but there's nothing there. And no, I don't think. No, he didn't send me a Christmas gift, and I'm kind of upset about that. But no, but he's a great guy and he's professional. He understands that I'm picking a different way to go. Nothing he didn't do. He just keep being ready, and it'll come back in his favor. He gave us some great minutes when he played. It's just that you as a coach, you try to figure out the puzzle, and sometimes pieces fit, they don't fit. You like this, you like that, without degrading anybody. He's great. But right now we're going in this direction, and he'll be ready when we go another direction, or somebody gets hurt, or opportunities will come up.
He'll soon be on that.
When you have a situation like that, you as a coach have to handle that kind of deftly, don't you, to make sure that
the only way I know how to handle anything is that I'm trying to talk to the guys every day. How you doing? And what's going on? We got 35 assistant coaches. They can talk if they got problems. We just say, my door's always open, and if there's any problems, and it's always been that way, and it is that way. I mean, like I said, there's absolutely nothing there. But I understand y'all's business is to try to create something there so you can write a story. I can understand that, and I also understand players at the end of games. If they don't play, they're going to be mad if they're competitors. He's a competitor, always has been, and that's part of the business, but really, just nothing there.
No, but would you, as a coach, when you have a situation like that, and you've talked about him being a pro's pro,
right?
Do you go to him and say, hey, Antoine, here's what we're going to do, and this is why? Or do you just
well, most of the time I do it without having pre-planned it. A lot of times you make a substitution, or you kind of go that way because you see something early in the game you like to exploit, and then as a player, they can kind of see that. Now, I understand that sometimes it's difficult to accept, or, maybe it needs an explanation, and I can do a better job always of communicating. There's no doubt about that. But like I said, he's great, I'm great, team's good, we're winning, and that's where we're going forward.
How did Hill jump back? Hill was in a similar position.
Yeah.
But he's kind of jumped back into what brought him back into that?
His energy, and, one thing I have to do as a coach is I didn't have the luxury of having a training camp, or having even in mind in summer who to bring in, or tell Mitch, yeah, that's good, that's not good, or whatever. I had to go through everybody and see if I see something, and again, I like what I saw from him. I just liked a little bit better Jordan Hill right now because, in my mind I wanted to go small, but then again, we might be better big. And if that's the case, then we're going to try the big for a while, and then we'll see how that goes.
When you're going through that process, like when you first started, what do you think you learned just as far as the personnel when you're
it's not the personnel as much as this guy fits better with this guy, or in this particular situation, we kind of need Jordan's energy, his defense, his ability to get offensive rebounds, that we get extra possessions, his ability to be able to run the floor and be a big presence. And mostly having some youthfulness that gets him good legs,
right.
That if Powell's having a hard time getting back, he's already back. Just stuff like that. So it's really one playing off the other, or, and as a coach, you kind of go with your gut, and it's not always right. And then you quit that and you go to something else, but you try to figure it out as best you can. As much as as Oklahoma City, as much as Miami, you watch, they're a very good basketball team, but I don't get caught up that they're across town. I mean, we can't help where they are. But yeah, they're good. They're real good, and they're having a great streak. So, they're going to be, we have to reckon with them, and they're kind of setting the bar where we got to get to.
Just being in this city when you're out and about,
I don't get out and about. No. I'm too old to get out and about. Out, sometimes about, I've never. That's been a while. That's been a while. Yeah.
The impact that Steve has had since coming back, and your reasoning for being so confident was also obvious, but is there a part of you that kind of exhaled a little bit when you saw the impact that it hadn't worked?
I know how it was in Phoenix, and I was hoping, and I knew the impact's going to be good. Now, you never know how good. And then he's 38, so you never know. So you worry about it, but at the same time, pretty confident that it's going to be better. And
Because if that hadn't,
well, if that hadn't, then it's going to be tough. But I just know him that he's. But it could be him. It could be a few other point guards. He's right at the top tier of point guards. So once you have that, you're going to be pretty good.
what allows him in terms of like his vision and what he sees to
Just his knowledge, the way he picks, the way he just, I think also his confidence. He'll try to make hard passes. Guys won't hard make, and he's the best shooter in the game. You can't leave him. You can't foul him. You can't leave him, and he just opens everything up. So he plays at a great pace. I mean, I just go on and on and on. He's just good. You have to ask him how he gets to be good. I don't know. If I knew how he got to be good, I'd been good. So.